Leading with scale, it's not usually the coolest or sexiest thing because often people will come to me and be like, hey, I want to do this. And I'm like, can we scale it? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to say no, but we need to be thinking about this. I've shifted that slightly in the past 6 months or so because I think we're finally at a place where we're able to kind of meet the demand from a technology perspective. And so now we're starting to have a little bit more fun of piloting different emerging technologies and other things there too. We're really familiar and good at kind of what I call the hard data. So, total reg, attendance, conversion, who answered a polling question, who submitted a question, who requested a demo, stuff like that. I think we have work to do on kind of the soft data area. And how do you start to kind of qualify and I guess also quantify in a sense the different components of an event that are successful versus not. I think it's really just trying to think about kind of leading with the idea of scale and understanding kind of the different users that are going to be kind of impacted by the technology, not just the attendee, which I think typically gets the most attention, but our speakers, our stakeholders, and then the stakeholders from there, obviously subgroups of marketing managers, event managers, and so on and so forth. I found it extremely difficult to get to that soft data point. And I think kind of looking forward and what we're focusing on around that is thinking about, instead of onboarding a new platform or thinking about kind of the databases that we already have, where that data lives and how we're able to analyze it, what technologies are out there that can kind of serve something in the middle to kind of filter that data through that is event specific. Because I think what we found is, what sales cares about from an event is often quite different than what marketing cares about from an event. And so, not to say that we don't have those tools that can kind of give us that marketing perspective, but I think there's something there around like events specifically that kind of leans more on the product experience side that I think we want to look into more. Thinking about kind of the front end and the back end, we're seeing a lot of applications around the back end, specifically video editing, time saving on creating briefs and all that. But I think that there are a lot of efficiencies on more that back end kind of event management, event kind of tech production side that will be really helpful. And then also kind of thinking about on the front end, like streamlining content post-event. How do we get content to people from that event faster? And I think that will play a big role too.